As we get closer to 2024, tax season is around the corner, and there are some changes coming that you need to be aware of. Kaitlin Flinn is a certified public accountant with CCK Strategies here in Tulsa, going to help us know what to expect. Good morning, Kaitlin.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you. Hey, the first thing off, if folks are trying to get documents together, let's start off with if you're filing as an individual or spouses, what do we need to have? Make sure we're ready.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, you're going to start getting charitable contribution statements in the mail. There might be summaries of how much you contributed during the year. You'll gather property tax statements if you itemize, medical expenses, and then come January, you're going to see all the W-2s, the 1099s roll in, and especially for individuals, if you're using the marketplace insurance, make sure you hold on to that 1095C. It's very important.
Okay, the 1095C for marketplace insurance, folks. I wanted to talk about small businesses as well, because if you're a larger corporation, obviously you have a team of accountants and people, but small businesses, it's 1, 2, 3 people running the whole show. They need to have things ready for tax season too.
That's right, exactly. So start reconciling your income, your expenses. If you have any mileage, start to track that. That's a great deduction for a lot of small businesses. And don't wait until the end of the year to get moving to see how much you made. I often see small businesses that, you know, maybe they're not tracking it all the way throughout the year. So year end, right before December, it's a good time to start getting everything together and see how much your net profit was.
Because, I mean, even if it's a piecemeal thing, we're talking about maybe you do mileage this week. Okay, let's start on the mileage this week, because that could potentially be a significant, I guess you call it write-off?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We want to talk about big change to Oklahoma tax law overall. This is going to affect parents who have kids in private school, parents who are homeschooling. There's a tax law change coming. Tell us about that.
Yeah, exactly. There is the Oklahoma Parental Choice Tax Credit. It's called a tax credit because it's based on adjusted gross income. For those that are have their children in private school, you could get a tax credit between $5,000 to $7,500 per student.
Wow.
And for those that are homeschooled, you could get one up to $1,000. Now, I mentioned it's called a tax credit only because it doesn't go on your tax return.
Oh.
You actually apply through the parentalchoice.ok.gov, and that starts December 1st is when they're first accepting applications. So make sure you get in. It's first come, first serve if you qualify for that credit.
This is really important for homeschool parents, especially. Really need to get on this. We are going to post this interview, of course, on newson6.com as soon as we can. I'll put it up on Facebook, and we'll make sure you have this information. There's a lot of good information. December 1st, circle that for that tax choice credit. Okay, I did want to talk about this because this was in the news. CBS reported it. We reported it. Venmo, PayPal. If you make money on Etsy, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, what do we need to know? Because there seems to be changes, and then there's not changes.
That's right.
What's happening?
Yeah, exactly. At first, we thought that the threshold would be $600. So if you received business income from Etsy, PayPal, all the companies that you mentioned, you would receive a 1099K if you earned over $600. Then they changed it to a threshold of $20,000. And we thought that in 2023, it was going back to $600. Well, they changed it again.
Yeah, IRS changed it, yes.
It's now $20,000 for another year, and then in 2024, we'll see it go down to $5,000.
Okay, so let's see this. See this on the screen right here. So this is a 2021 law. It is on the books. The $600 is on the books, but IRS has delayed it for 2 years. Eventually, it will impact people who are receiving more than $600 on these various platforms. But right now, for this existing threshold, it is still more than 200 transactions exceeding $20,000 in income, right?
That's right.
Next year is the stair step. We stair step to $5,000, and then it may be, but we don't know if it'll get to $600 the following year.
That's right.
So what do you tell people who are business owners who are making money on PayPal? What is just some general advice for people who are getting that income on PayPal and Cash App and supporting their families that way?
Sure. I would just pay attention to what you're earning in general. Make sure that you're tracking how much you're receiving for your business and how much you're receiving personally, because all of us receive personal money through Venmo, and we want to make sure those don't get commingled between the two. And then Venmo could send you a 1099-K, which shows more income than what you actually received, and then you're reporting that to the IRS if you're not paying attention and tracking it separately.
Yeah, but let's pause there. So the income that we're actually receiving, this is like, hey, I'm paying you back for pizza. Well, they're going to put that on the 1099-K, but that's not income.
Right, that's not income.
So you really need to track income versus, like you said, personal stuff on Venmo.
That's right.
Well, Kaitlin, I could go on and on with this. Is our 5 minutes. Thank you so much for this, and we'll have you back on because you're always great, full of information.
Great, thanks for having me.